Good morning, guys. Today I wanted to talk about the Holy Guardian Angel, or HGA, because somebody asked about it yesterday. Somebody posted a question. And the question was, is it, it's kind of hard to even articulate. They're wanting to know if it's something that's subtle, or like the guidance. Is it something that's subtle, or is it something that's like pow, blatantly obvious? And the answer is both, or neither, or all of the above. um, every single situation is different. There are times when it will happen. It becomes the guiding force of your life. So there are times when it will happen in a way like you will just suddenly pick up the right book and flip it open to exactly the right part that you need to know at that moment in time. That will sort of steer you towards the next stage of your development. There are other times when it will be such an unsubtle and profound thing that it won't even make sense to other people. I'll give you an example from my own experiences. Whenever you experience what we call crossing the abyss, you receive a word. And this word, like for example, Moses received the impronounceable name of God, YHVH, the Tetragrammaton, Yehovah. Lao Tzu received Tao, Tao. Everybody who crosses the abyss receives a word, one word that will encompass, or that will sort of encapsulate the entirety of their teachings, what they have to pass on to the world. It will contain their entire understanding of magic. For me, that word was Lil, Lil. Which is an ancient Sumerian word that means heaven. The way I received that word is right in the middle of magic. I opened my eyes and looked over at one of the paintings that I had done that was entirely cipher. This painting is probably, at least 3 feet tall and more than a couple of feet wide, and it's covered from top to bottom in 1/2 inch cipher. It's actually up on Big Cartel, I believe, for sale. It's white with black cipher. You can go on there and see it. When I opened my eyes right in the middle of a ritual and looked over at this, the entire painting was blurred out. I could not see it at all. The only thing I could see is right in the middle of this painting, the word L-I-L, drawn in the same cipher as the cipher that I had used on the painting. It was as if I had painted the word myself. I've looked at that painting over and over and over later, and I've never seen that word on there again. It's nowhere on there. It's not like it's, in the glyphs and I just happened to finally see it. I went over every line over and over and over, and it's not on there the way that I saw it. If you're looking for, a lot of people in the beginning stages of magic get absolutely obsessed with the HGA, the Holy Guardian Angel. Almost like it's something in the future, something to aspire to and obtain somewhere in the future. And the more we look at it as something in the future, the further and further we are away from it. The more you let go Stop focusing on achieving something in the future or thinking there's even something to achieve the closer you are to it. When you're doing ritual, just focus on doing ritual. Don't even think about the outcome of the ritual. Just focus on exactly what you are doing as you draw the pentagrams or as you draw the hexagrams. Only focus on doing that to the best of your ability, experiencing as you do it, and you are closer to the experience of achieving knowledge and conversation of your holy guardian angel in that way than you are in any other way. The more of your life you dedicate to doing these practices and focusing just on doing the practice, the closer you're going to become to it. They say when you cross the abyss, you lose everything. You lose yourself, you lose your holy guardian angel, you lose everything. Once you're completely across, you regain it, but it will not be like it was before. This is because essentially what your holy guardian angel is God. It is God talking to you. It is God speaking to you. It is God leading you on to the next step. It is direct experience of God. This is one of those things that I don't talk about very much because anything that I say about it cannot be 100% correct. It's trying to explain to someone what God is, and no man can tell another man what name God will answer to for him. Only it itself can explain that. The quickest way to the end of this path is to do as much magic as you possibly can on a daily basis. And then go into, and when I say places, I mean time periods, where you do the same thing they do in Zen monasteries. In Zen monasteries, they may sit meditation for hours a day, but they also have periods of time that they call session. And during session, nothing is done during that day except meditation. It's done to push yourself. We have to do the same thing in magic. Normal daily ritual practices are a must. They are the backbone, foundation, and cornerstone of your practice. But there also comes time when you have to, like if you work 5 days a week, then once a month, take your 2-day weekend and do nothing but magic from the time you get up until the time you go to bed. Think of nothing else, do nothing else. Dedicate that one weekend to magic, and you will make more progress by doing that than I can even begin to tell you about. Just focus on doing that and let the rest take care of itself. If you focus on that, the HGA, crossing the abyss, everything else will fall into place on its own. If you want to know more about this, there's a book. I can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it, but it's called The Angel in the Abyss. And the reason it's called that is because those are the two sort of mile markers in your development of magic. First is the HGA, and the HGA automatically, once you have that link, it automatically will lead you down the road to crossing the abyss. One automatically follows the other. But it's called The Angel in the Abyss. It's not a widely published book, so it may be a little bit expensive, $30 or so, something like that. But that book can also give you some insights into the process. Okay, guys, I love you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.